I became an ambassador for the Great Khan because of my stories, which kept him connected with his vast empire. The glorious palace was my new home. I recorded all of my observations. I noticed that Mongols took baths much more frequently than Europeans. There were hunting parks with cheetahs, and their mail operation was similar to the Pony Express. They used coal for fires, paper money, fire alarms, and bamboos and fires which popped to scare away predators. I had told stories of toothed snakes large enough to swallow a man whole, which were actually crocodiles. The Khan relied on me and my stories, and not just the facts that I told, which kept him a great ruler. We, my father and uncle, were ready for home, but the Khan resisted. After 17 years, we feared that my father and uncle were too old to travel home. And as the Khan was aging, we also feared we would lose our position. Finally, we had an opportunity, the princess delivery. The Khan's great-nephew's wife had died, and she requested he get a new wife from the Khan's land. The first mission by land failed because of war. I offered to take the princess to Persia by sea. We started with 600 people and 14 ships, and ended with 8 people and 1 ship. There were many more marvels, like watertight ships, nuts the size of man's heads, coconuts, wild hairy men, orangutans, and unicorns, or as we know them, rhinoceros. We left the princess in Persia and returned to Venice after 25 years of travel. My family did not even recognize me, and I forgot the language. To prove we said who we were, we had a feast, and we wore royal clothes. Then we returned in our peasant clothes or our travel clothes, with hidden pockets that were full of jewels and gems. My father and uncle were content to retire, but I was still full of adventure, and my family was tired of my stories. So I joined the local war and was captured at age 44. Prisoners and guards were fascinated by my stories. Resticello, a fellow prisoner and writer, recorded my stories and put them in a book called A Description of the World. It was one of the best sellers, and it was translated into many different languages. I inspired many people, such as Christopher Columbus. My book, my journeys to and from China, my father and uncle, all helped me become a renowned explorer. I believe that God protected me so I could tell what the world contains. People thought my stories were ludicrous, but later in life they proved to be credible by explorers, merchants, and mapmakers. The priest asked me on my deathbed if I would like to confess any lies. I replied, I did not tell half of what I saw, for I knew I would not be believed. Who am I?